lovelies! So I am just getting ready and I decided that I was going to do a chatty get ready with me type video because I haven't, have I done one before? I know I did one like with Melanie, but I don't know if I've done one on my own. I guess my first impressions video was kind of like that, but that's what we're doing. I don't really do makeup videos because there's nowhere convenient to do them. Like this right now is very awkward and uncomfortable, but I'm gonna do my best to sort of power through. Like this is not where I'd usually do my makeup, but I will power through and it'll be fine. So I'm gonna do my best, but I'm sorry if I fidget a lot because I'm like all uncomfortable. So I am just going to get started. I'm really bad at like talking and doing my makeup at the same time, so this may be difficult. So obviously, yes, I'm very broken out at the minute. Yes, I have acne. Yes, it exists. We can all just move on. There's no need to point it out. See, I've like gotten comments recently and some are like me specific, some are just YouTubers in general, because it is a very YouTuber thing. And it's basically about like always pointing out issues and apologizing for flaws and putting in disclaimers on like little things and everything. People are like, you know, you don't have to do that, or why do you feel the need to do that, and all of the rest. And the thing is, and again, this isn't just me, this is YouTubers in general, if I'm not there to point out all the flaws and be like, yes, I know this is bad, I know that's bad, I know I have spots, I know this, I know that, someone else will be. There's always someone waiting, and it's really, really annoying, like having someone constantly there to just be like, oh, you know, this thing like about you isn't completely perfect. And like that's why YouTubers do it, just to avoid those comments in the first place. Like rather than having to explain ourselves to the annoying commenters, it's easier to just get it out of the way, I guess. Because also almost every video I upload, there's always something. Someone points out my acne, or it's like, oh, your septum ring was crooked in this video, or oh, your eyebrows are uneven in this video. And it's like, okay, what do you want me to do? Should I delete this video, go back and re-record it with a non-crooked septum ring? Like, why? And it's almost always like followed up by, sorry, just had to say. And it's like, no, you didn't though. You had the choice to be an annoying dick or not to be, and you chose to be an annoying dick. There's no need to point out if someone has a spot or a crooked piercing, or if their eyebrows aren't totally perfect. There's no need to point out. Like, what, you can't do anything about it once the video is done. It's very strange to me. So there's that. So yeah, if I apologize for things a lot in videos, that is why, because if I just say it, then it lessens the chance of someone else saying it, and I can just get on with things. Oh, I'm using this foundation at the minute. So it's these weird like NYX drops. I like it. It's awkward to use. I'm not wild about the like consistency. It's very like awkward and runny and drippy. But I do like it. It's very, very pale, which is a huge plus because that's hard to find. I struggle building it up to like really full coverage, but I can usually get it full enough. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what I mean. At the end of the day, if some of my spots show through, I mean, oh well. But yeah, generally I've been quite enjoying this because I was using the Kat Von D foundation, I don't know, whatever her foundation is. And while the colour was wonderful, oh, and by the way, the concealer I was using was a green one from NYX just to try to cover up the redness of the spots and stuff. The Kat Von D foundation, while the colour was wonderful, I hated that foundation so much. Like, I don't know what the hype was. I don't know why everyone is so in love with it. But the thing is, everyone seems so in love with it. But then whenever I complain about it, a million other people are like, yeah, I agree. And I'm like, where were you people when I was making this decision? I just think it's awful. It's so, I don't know. For one, like to get it to work, you have to like mix it with other products. Like, cause whenever I first got it, first tried it on its own, I complained. People are like, oh no, it is really good. You just have to like mix it with a primer. You have to mix it with that, mix it with this. And I'm like, okay, well, first off, if you can't use this foundation without mixing it with something else, then it's not a good foundation. Like, you know, it should have whatever this like magical primer is mixed in already. So that bothered me. And then even when I did mix things in, it was just hard to get it nice. It never ever seemed to set well. God, the light on this is making me glow. I promise it's not as drastic as it looks on the camera. It actually blends quite well. yeah, just overall, like, oh, it never seemed to set, and it was like if you touched your face, it would come right off no matter how much bloody powder you used. I just did not enjoy it at all. So I switched to this. I've been much more enjoying this. As I say, it's not nearly as full coverage. It says buildable. I'm just maybe not good with building it up. Like, I'm by no means a makeup artist, so that more reasonable. I still look very, very white on camera. I don't know what it is. It looks quite normal in real life. I've got a mirror right here and it looks fine, but on camera it's just reflecting the light back a lot more or something. So I'm not actually sure what we're doing today. I think we're going to try to go and sort out my passport finally. So I need to go. I left my forms with the dentist. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but getting a passport in the UK is a nightmare. For one, I need to bring like a billion different forms of like proof of who I am. So I need to bring my birth certificate, photo ID, which really should be enough, at like government issued photo ID, which you would think would be enough in its own to get a passport because like the government gave me that, so I'm obviously who I say I am. So birth certificate, photo ID issued by the government, proof of name and proof of address, which are not just simple things. Like, they don't accept like mobile phone bills or anything, and like plus no one gets bills anyway. So yeah, trying to find those. So I've got like letters from my doctor and stuff that I hope are going to be enough, and like my tenancy agreement. And then I had to take the actual passport itself and try to get like someone official to sign it, which is like, they have a very specific list of who can sign it. Trying to get my doctor to do it because like the sign says like take it to your GP, or the form says take it to your GP, and I was like, okay. My doctor flat out refuses to do it. Apparently they won't sign anyone's forms because too many people want it done. And I'm like, signing a piece of paper, it takes 5 seconds. So they wouldn't do it. So I was at the dentist the other day and I asked him, I was like, look, my doctor won't, can you? And he agreed to do it, thankfully. So I need to go pick that up from the dentist, take it into the post office, maybe get something from my bank printed out just as extra assurance of who I am, and then bring all the things I mentioned in and send it away, and then pay a ridiculous amount of money, and then wait goodness knows how long to hopefully get a passport, assuming that all goes well. So that's one plan for the day. We were also thinking of going on a bit of a hike up Cave Hill, which in theory sounds really fun, but it seems awfully warm out there and I do not cope well with the heat. So I just realized I forgot to put on any primer. On a hot day like this probably wasn't good. Alrighty, next up I am using the NYX HD Studio Finishing Powder. This is like my absolute favorite powder of all time. Ooh, I don't know if you can see like the smokiness, but like whenever you open a powder and it looks like smoke coming out of it because it's that like finely milled, that to me is the sign of a good powder. If it doesn't do that, it's not going to be good. You guys have made me like so conscious of the way I say certain words now. I'm paranoid about speaking. But yeah, so Cave Hill is like a big ol' hill just outside Belfast. I don't know if it counts as being in Belfast. And as you would imagine, there are caves. Shocker. So I assume I've probably been, but not within the ages that I can remember. I was probably there as a child or something. I have no memory of it, so it would basically be like a first time thing for me, which would be fun. But like I said, the heat. Oh my goodness, what time is it? I haven't eaten yet and I just realized, okay, it's like 2 o'clock. I have not eaten yet. I've just realized that I'm really hungry. Oh gosh, you know those days where like nothing is cooperating? Oh my god, I'm having one of those days. The camera card just filled up, and then the process of trying to unfill the camera card was so unnecessarily difficult and frustrating, and it's a miracle I haven't rage quit today, rage quit this video, and just gone back to bed. Little things piss me off so easily. Also, while I was downstairs, see, this is what I mean about places of I can't see this big missing spot of foundation in the mirror because the way the light is. Okay, so to talk about happier things, since I'm quite ranty today so far. Summer in the City is super soon. I am actually quite terrified at how quickly it's just like sprung up on me. It's all like booked and stuff, but I'm still, travel frightens me. So like, I'm not afraid of flying or anything, it's just like I find it stressful in terms of I'm like always afraid of forgetting to bring something or not getting to the airport on time, or like, you know, things like that. Like flying itself doesn't really bother me. It's just like everything else to do with travel. And I don't know when I should start packing or what I'm going to pack. I haven't a freaking clue how I'm gonna pack for LA and stuff. If like, well, we should end, I keep saying if, it should be happening, but it's just like, it makes me feel better saying, you know, it might happen just in case something goes wrong, because you never know. Whenever Jake and I first started going out like online, the first time we were ever meant to meet, everything was ready, the flights were booked, he was gonna be coming over, like it seemed like a sure thing, and a volcano in Iceland went off and all flights had to be stopped because of like volcanic ash in the atmosphere or something, so you never know what could go wrong. But yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna pack for LA, because like even last year going to Summer in the City, which is only 3 days, like both our suitcases were full, like so full. And this, like, LA is gonna be like 2 weeks or something. I don't know how I'm gonna pack. Plus, I wanna buy loads of stuff when I'm in LA because they have Hot Topic and some other shop that sell a lot of like Hufflepuff stuff, not to mention like the Universal Studios, like Harry Potter place. So I wanna buy like a lot of Harry Potter stuff. So I'll need like space in my suitcase. Do you see the problem? Do you see? So yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna go about all of that. So yeah, but yeah, I need to figure out what I want to wear for Summer in the City and stuff. I don't know what all's going on. I know of at least a couple of parties. Generally, like last year what I did was I brought like a daytime outfit for each day we were there, and then like a nighttime outfit, so I've got to try to do that again. Last time I brought probably more shoes than I needed because I wanted to wear fancy shoes to some of the parties, but with Summer in the City you're pretty much just always on the go. And so every time I'm there, my feet, like you guys know, I have some sort of issue with my feet. I don't know what's going on with that. I should probably get someone to check. But yeah, so every time I'm there, my feet end up aching, and I'm like, there's just no way I'm wearing anything fancier than my basic everyday shoes. So, although I don't know, like maybe this year, because we're not doing the like scheduled meet and greet thing, so I won't have to stand up for like 2 hours straight for that. I don't know if that will help. We will see. I definitely think I want to bring my sort of like witchy Lolita-ish Hufflepuffy outfit that I wore recently. If you don't follow me on social media, it was this one. Probably without the witch hat, but I think I want to bring that maybe for like one of the nights or something, because I think that'd be fun. I'm so into yellow at the minute. I think I'm going to do another yellow look again today. I'm sure people are sick of it. Like I keep feeling like, no, I should experiment and like do other things, but I'm like really enjoying yellow right now, so I don't know, guys. I think actually over the course of this get ready with me, what I'm going to do is also like whenever I start doing the eyes, I might like sort of try to film a tutorial at the same time for anyone who doesn't like want to listen to me ramble on about a load of crap for goodness knows how long. I might like zoom in for like the key parts of doing each part of makeup, and then also upload just a straightforward like tutorial on the makeup look, if you know what I mean. I will see. I'll try that. But right now we're going to do eyebrows, and I already have an eyebrow tutorial, so I don't need to include that. I've gotten a lot better at that. It used to be like anytime I tried to put on setting spray, I'd be like, like flinching every time, but I'm getting a little more used to it. I feel like I can never get my face with it though. Are there any setting sprays that come in the form of an aerosol instead of a pump spray? Because I feel like I'd have much better control if it was like a continuous spray and I wasn't trying to, you know, spritz everywhere. But yeah, aerosol setting sprays. Someone must have got on that. If they haven't, like, take my idea and pay me. It's why I've not been doing these types of videos. Can it be saved? Oh, there's nothing quite like a bad eyebrow day to make an already angry day a worse day. You can never get the foundation around where you buggered it up quite the same. Okay, that is far from perfect, but that is going to have to do. Because I refuse to have one of those days where I wipe off the same eyebrow about 300 times trying to redo it, because it gets to the point where your face hurts. Oh my god, it's so warm in here and I cannot open the windows because the neighbors are so nosy. So I am just using a little bit of eyeshadow primer from Urban Decay, mostly focusing on the lid, and I'm bringing it a little bit above I don't like to put the whole way up because I find it's harder to blend it out if it's everywhere, if that makes sense. So this yellow is from the Morphe 35B palette. I'm not going to explain what I'm doing in too much depth because, like I said, I'll be doing an actual tutorial with this footage. But yeah, never in a million years would I have thought I would end up enjoying yellow. I mean, it started out as just like, you know, trying to do Hufflepuff themed outfits, and I mean, I guess you could consider any black and yellow outfit that I do Hufflepuff themed, but really it's like not even just about looking Hufflepuffy now, it's just I actually am really enjoying the colour. So I've been trying to put together items in my eBay like watch list that I think would make for good outfits that I'll have to get whenever I have the dollar. But yeah, just I never thought I would like this colour, but I've been really enjoying it. Plus I think it's fun to experiment with colours that you don't really typically see in, like, you know, goth fashion, or gothic fashion if you want to be really pedantic. Ooh, in crafty news, the niffler is progressing slowly. I need to find wire to make his body out of. I got some from the craft store and it just turned out not to be sturdy enough to support like the weight of the head and stuff. It would just bend under it. So I need to find something a lot stronger. I mean, the lady in the craft store suggested like wire coat hangers, which I think could work. It's just I don't really see those often these days, at least not like the cheap bendy ones. Like they're all kind of higher quality now, so it's I don't really know where to look for those. I need that. I got better fur for the body because the one I had was kind of like super fluffy, like fine monster fur, and I realized it just was not going to work. So I got something a little shorter and sleeker that I think will be much better for a niffler. I have done the feet. I'm still very concerned about the claws. I do not know if they're going to hold up, like, because just the nature of them, they are fragile. I really want to try to find something I could coat them in to make them stronger, but I don't know. So the feet are done aside from colouring, they still need coloured. The hands, I tried last night while we were live streaming to make a start on the hands, and just I got so far and it just wasn't working, so I had to pull the claws out, which is a pain in the ass, and I'm going to have to try again probably when we're not streaming so I can kind of have a bit more freedom. Just everything's more difficult to do on camera, but I'm gonna have to try the hands again because they were much trickier and just didn't go to plan. Oh, this is hard to do on camera. Okay. I do not have the patience. I'm officially not doing another one of these videos until I have a sensible space set up for them, because I really want to do them for you guys because they are fun and a lot of people are requesting them. I was like, do you know what, I'll make it work, I'll just do it, doesn't matter, I can it was it was a mistake. This is testing my Hufflepuff patience. I'm going to be like 20% less Hufflepuff by the time this is over. Oh man, I am feeling quite defeated. So yeah, so that's the progress on the niffler. I've been trying to decide what I want to make after the niffler because I'm actually quite enjoying playing around with clay. I was thinking, I mean, it wouldn't involve very much clay, it would be more of a plush thing, but the face and the feet would probably be clay. I'd kind of like to make a huge big bumblebee. You know, like a big cuddly bumblebee, because I love bees. I've actually been wanting a bumblebee tattoo for ages and ages, like a couple of years now I'd say. Because like whenever, with me and tattoos, it's always something that I've thought about for a really long time. Because I always get like whims for tattoos. I'm like, oh yeah, I love this thing, but I never know if it's just something because of, you know, one of my random obsessions or if it's something I genuinely want. So I always wait for a long time before I commit to getting it in case, you know, it is just me being silly. But I've really wanted a bee for a long time because I really like bug tattoos. I mean, I have the moths on the back of my thighs. Those were awful, absolutely awful to do. But I love them, they're so pretty. I'm sad I don't really get to see them. But yeah, I've been wanting a bumblebee on my arm. Kind of like, you know, like a sketch of a bumblebee you'd find in like, you know, like words! Like a book, like, you know, like a vintage, like wildlife book. You know, like a sort of, like a nice sketch of exactly what a bumblebee looks like. Basically something in that realm. Same way my moths are like very nicely displayed. You know, it's not like a moth in flight, it's like a pinned moth, something like that, and I can like I'd like something like that on my arm. So yeah, I definitely want to look into getting that at some point. Probably after Korea, partially just because, you know, money, and then partially because Korea is not fond of tattoos. Like for me going over and just getting something done, I don't think it's going to be an issue, but like tattoos are actually illegal in South Korea, which is crazy. I mean, like I'm not going to be arrested for having tattoos, but you're not allowed to like give someone, like, you know, tattoo artists and stuff aren't allowed to be in Korea. Of course there are underground like illegal shops and stuff, but it's generally illegal, which is so strange. I mean, like, for a country that is so heavily involved in body modification, in the sense that like they are I'm pretty sure they are the plastic surgery capital of the world, which at the end of the day is just another form of body modification. With all the crazy changes they make to people, I mean, like making some people look like a completely new person and stuff. It's so strange that tattoos are illegal. But yeah, I won't have like any real issues going over with a couple of tattoos. I'm not going to get in trouble or anything, it's just they're frowned upon. I don't know, if I went to like a spa or something, like a public place like that, I would maybe not be allowed in with tattoos. Like I'd maybe have to cover them up, I don't know. There was a documentary about it and one girl went over who is like heavily modified, and I think she was maybe, I don't know if she was denied access to the spa or if she had to cover up in the spa or if she just got like really dirty looks, I can't remember. But she had like a lot of tattoos. I only have a little sprinkling of them, so I don't know. But either way, it makes sense to me to wait until I'm back from that before I get any more tattoos. I think I'll probably get the same guy who did my moths to do it, because he is really talented with like high detail things, and I've seen him do like a lot of different bugs, including my moths, and like he does really amazing bug work. So that is my plan, because I have been craving a new tattoo for a while. This eyeliner's gotten really dry and it's super difficult to work with. Oh yeah, so I'm tempted to make like a big old plush bumblebee, was basically what I was saying there. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure I have uneven eyelids and it makes it really difficult to like figure out, because like whenever I close my eyes the cut crease looks even, and I open my eyes and it doesn't, and I'm like, why? So I think this is about as good as it's gonna get. Okay, next. Okay, so that's that. I mean, what time is it? This is all taken far longer than it should, thanks to all the hiccups in the middle and running around trying to fix things. It's 3. It's 3 now, so I will probably go get some food before I do the whole lip thing, and then yeah, I'll do that lip video, and I guess I'll come back to you when I'm all done up and ready, finish the video, say goodbye, and then head on out. That's what I'm gonna do. I will see you in a moment. Okay, so that is definitely the end of the video. Before you go, remember to check my Patreon, because it is super helpful. It really helps me and my channel. And as always, a huge thank you to everyone who supports me on there. And if you do join, you can join our Discord chat, which is a place where you can come and chat with me and the other lovelies, and it's great and supportive and wonderful, so check that out, link is in the description. And also check out my gaming channel. We are on YouTube and Twitch. We do 2 videos a day on YouTube and we stream 3 times a week on Twitch. All of the details are in the description box, and you can come by and chat with us and just have a good time. So I will see you next time. Bye lovelies!